given me. I'm kind of worried that it didn't give me an option to change the name of the stream. So it's probably saying something very wrong right now.
I'm still saying Tier 1 Jeddah.
Yeah, it's because it didn't give me the choice to
Oh.
change the name. We'll fix it in post. Oh, can't change things with live, whatever. Right, okay, I'm going to stop it one more time. One last time. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Fuck it, let's go. Let's just bloody go, shall we?
Screw it, we're
Okay.
doing it live.
Yeah, we're doing it live. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. A little bit late this evening. I blame the. Well, yeah, I blame Scotsman, to be honest. Oh dear. And your hosts on this lovely warm Friday evening is me, David Lowface, joined tonight by.
Cruiser 1872. And thank you, David, for putting up with
1878.
me in the comment. Oh yeah, well, that could be another alias.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for putting up with me in the commentary box tonight, David. And yeah, hopefully, like the last two races around Jeddah, this one poses to be just as good.
Yep, so those of you that are well versed in how we do things, you might realise that this is actually Q2 and we're about 20 minutes going late going live. But you didn't miss much, it's fine. I promise you didn't miss much. So for those who didn't, have you still got those the highlights memorised from Q1?
I think I do have the highlights, so I just need to pull them up real quick. If I remember correctly, CTX is serving a qualifying ban from the last race, well, the opening race around Bahrain, as Revengezilla tops the timing charts for now. Yeah, so CTX is serving a qualifying ban from Bahrain. TGM and Lemming, I think, crashed out on their first flying lap of their Q1 session. And we have the likes of Silverside Boy and I think it was Pines in the Mercedes who tried to go quicker on their lap, but ended up in the wall as a result of that as well. And also Belente just wasn't quick enough to make it through either, so that explains why we have 13 cars in this Q2 session.
Yeah, hard luck from for Belente. I think he was technically he did survive, but I think the cars that had crashed in front of him did go faster. But anyway, here we are in Q2 then. It just seemed like 10 seconds ago we were saying Zilla going fastest, but at the moment it is the season debut for iBiddleX, and at the moment he's got himself on provisional pole here in Q2 with a good lap.
Definitely. Oh, sorry, just a long pause then. We both speak at the same time.
It was a long pause because I was waiting for you, and then,
I was like, I thought you were going to follow up on that.
Oh dear, no, I'm just going to secretly celebrate because you love to see the Ferrari on top.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I do prefer the McLaren.
Yeah.
So on the subject of Ferrari on top, last night's Tier 1 race, I believe it was of Jet Fungus taking back-to-back victories in the Ferrari. So, good showing there. good showing there for the Ferrari man, and I think that is Ferrari's third victory in this season so far.
Yeah, and the team looking strong across all tiers. So, of course, Diamond picking up the win on Wednesday night. At the moment, we could be on for a Ferrari triple. I'd love to see it, but maybe others might not. As you see, EG46 Squid coming in the pits. He did lose his front wing on his last lap, interestingly enough. Who's going on a quickie at the moment then?
Juno Vane just starting a flying lap. Flying lap now going around turn 2, a bit swirly out of turn 2, is Juno Vane and also Bolly in the Haas. Clip the wall at turn 4, so I don't think this is going to be a respectable time for the Haas driver. Also have Snedden in the McLaren, Doodle McLaren, and the current. I believe Snedden won last week in Bahrain, if that is correct. So looking to make it back to back, as well, like Object Fungus, but on a track like Jeddah, that's easier said than done.
Yeah, absolutely. It's full of twists and turns, and well, you best sure hope you're not a pad user over here.
I have no comment.
Yeah. As Biddle thinks he's safe enough. I hasten to add that he probably is. Snedden being a fraud on the exit of turn whatever that is at the end of sector 1. But he's still
Looking
going.
as well. Looking as well, Tiddlewink going very slow around the final sector. That explains the yellow flags. But I think the AlphaTauri driver is just out of fuel. But currently P3 is Tiddlewink, so that could be enough to see him through to Q3.
Yeah, it's a really good lap from Tiddlywink. He's just over a tenth slower than the man in pole at the moment. And he's got 3 tenths back to Stiffy in P4. Yeah, definitely a good showing so far this week from Tiddlywink. Elsewhere on the field, we've got the Alfa Romeos, who will be looking to recover from what was a bit of a disaster last week in Bahrain. I think both cars came into a little bit of hassle on lap 1 around turn 4, and I'm pretty sure neither of them scored points. I know Croskery didn't, but I don't think Phenom did either. So yeah, these guys are going to be looking to get some points on the board. At the moment, Phenom is P6 and Croskery P8. So we'll keep an eye on Juno, because he's definitely shown some good pace. He's definitely in the 5 lappers this week. So I'm expecting good things from Juno. His tyres at the moment 2 laps old, but I don't think that will stop him from getting towards the top. However,
why'd you have to say it?
That will.
Why'd you have to say it? Junuvane out the final corner, massive oversteer and sent into the wall. So Junuvane at best is going to be P13 for our race, and he's got a lot of work to do on the race itself. Yellow flag in sector 3, that will be for Junuvane, and Snedden having a bit of a moment around sector 1, so I think the McLaren driver, currently in P9, will need to go out again, because that 1 minute 30.2, that's looking pretty precarious.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of an upset it would be to see Snedden go out in Q2 this week. Although I'm sure it won't phase him too much. Let's see if he manages to get out in time. Put some more fuel in and come back. I was going to jump with Adrian, but Adrian's just come in. So Bally is on a lap. He's right behind this man, affectionately called Ashdown. We know it's Shadows, but Oh, okay.
Oh, and he's had a bit of a smash down into the wall. So Shadows in P10, and
Oh,
that could be him
oh,
out of qualifying.
oh. I'll tell you what,
And
Bally's a
oh
very
dear,
lucky boy as well.
very yeah. Only losing his front wing there is Bally, Bolly, whatever they want to be known as. But with the amount of time left in this Q2 session, they've got to hurry back to the pits to get that front wing changed.
Yeah, at the moment, 9 drivers will be going through, with Shadows will be starting P10 if things stay as they are. Revengezilla, meanwhile, is on another outlap. I'm sure he probably doesn't need to do this lap, but I'm sure he'll want to get quicker and closer towards the cars at the front of the pack. I would. There's not really much else going on other than outlaps, I know, and in laps. There's Barley comes into the pit. Zilla takes a nice wide line out of the final corner to get the best straight line speed down the start-finish straight. Now into turn 1. Spots his braking point. Gets through turns 1 and 2 very nicely. A little bit wide on the exit, but keeps the traction down. We're coming into the heart of Sector 1. Very tricky, some of these traction zones. You effectively find yourself spending most of your time on the half throttle. That is if you're not using full traction control. So Zilla fairly clean, no obvious large mistakes. I think quite catch the delta, but we'll take a look as he comes towards the final corners of Sector 2. The DRS zone for this season. Of course, down this straight here, he's 4.5, nearly 5 tenths up as he comes through. Oh, Squid's binned it. Squid's binned it in Sector 1.
Squid. Yeah, I'm seeing there turn 5 on the driver tracker. Squid is not going to do any better than P9.
Oh, so that is a big shock then, and surely I think these guys not having to set proper times now as Zilla does finish his lap. He goes P5 at the moment. We've got Snedden now on a fast lap. I think he should be safe.
Looking as well, Stiffmeister just going around the final corner now to the DRS zone and up to the line goes Stiffmeister, and it's P2 for the Williams. So that is Stiffmeister, definitely safe, and into Q3.
Yeah, good lap there. Effectively takes the place of the Squid, who was occupying P2 not too long ago. But yeah, good effort, and he'll be happy with that, I'm sure. So it's last chance saloon for midfield Maestro and Valley. We'll hop with Maestro because he is the first to start his lap. So he's got a 1:30.4 to beat. So he's got improved by at least 2 tenths. The Alpine driver now coming towards the third sector. He's 4.5 tenths up. And he just needs to keep it clean through this last sector, and he should cement his place into Q3. I've said this before, and he's binned it at the last corner. So, no such mistakes from midfield Maestro. So he comes towards the line and sets a 1:29.8. Good lap gets him up into P6. So let's jump back to Bally then. As Bally comes towards the final corner. And it doesn't look like he's going to improve, I don't think. Yeah, no improvement. Although he does go P12. Doesn't quite get out of Q2 though. Unfortunate there for Bally. And that is it for Q2 then.
I suppose, importantly there for Bally, or rather unfortunately for Junuvane, it's P13 for the Red Bull. And they looked so promising as well in Q1, despite obviously the lack of what we did see in Q1, but Junuvane was definitely up at the top of the charts.
Well, to be fair, you saw an awful lot of Q1. I didn't see any of it, and the audience didn't see any of it. But
Well, true.
of course, you did a great job keeping everyone up to date. Because I sure as hell couldn't do it.
Well, everyone being you until we did go live.
Yeah, very
so,
true. Did we also mention that Silverside Boy binned it as well? I can't remember whether we did or not.
I didn't want to bring that up, but yes, I think Silverside Boy did bin it, and as a bit of payback, he's asked me to have a cool comms drink. Adrian has chipped in as well with his channel points to get a main comms drink as well. So appreciate it, lads.
So I'm still having some issues with my Streamlabs. It's not showing me the chat, and it didn't let me change the title of the stream initially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out the chat and just shove that on the side of the screen.
And there you go.
Yeah. So your top 10 as follows then. Well, you can see it. I'm not going to get time to go through them.
2 seconds. Right, here's your top 10. And it's gone.
And it's gone.
Looking at the chat as well, Silverside Boy saying that the tyre pressures were too high, so that should have played a part in that incident.
Yeah, it's a brave man that doesn't turn his tyre pressures down, even for quali. I was taking no chances personally, and I shoved them all the way down to the bottom, apart from a couple of clicks on the front. But I'm sure these guys are a little bit more skilled than me. And I'm sure at least a couple of them have some half decent tyre pressures in anyway. So I'm going to take a quick look at the chat right now. Shadows in the chat. Yes, shit on the Ashdown. He did crash. Was it a curse on Junu? I mean, the jury's out on that one. I don't know. I just happened to be talking to him, and I'm bigging him up actually from his performance in the social 5-lappers that we do. Yeah, I suppose.
I'm in no position to talk about commentator curses, so I'm gonna leave it there.
All right, so we're not going to talk about Revengezilla then, or
no.
Who else? Or what Biddle for that, I suppose.
No, what we should do is sit in silence for the full race and let the drivers just do their thing, because right now everyone's at risk of getting cursed by you or me or both. Who knows?
Very true. Yeah. Dear. Yeah, Squid a little unsure why you got eliminated, but yeah, unfortunately, if you do crash, even if you are fastest in a session, you do not get to continue. Obviously, you wouldn't in real life either if you had the shunt like Squid did. Car
Unfortunately,
would be repairable. you want to take us through Sneddon's first hot lap? Because I sure as hell don't.
I'll do my best, of course. Sendon is my McLaren teammate and looking for a second victory in Tier 2 in as many races. Around turn 1 and turn 2, goes the McLaren. Now turn 3, through the gears up to 7th gear. Now the fast left-hander of turn 4, and now the meandering section of Sector 1, turn 5, 6, 7. A bit of a lift on the throttle around turn 7, keeping it within the track limits around turn 8. Up into 6th gear out there. And Sneddon has dropped it out of turn 10. Thankfully keeping out the barriers though is the McLaren driver.
Yeah.
But his tyres will be in a spot of bother, as will I, because I might have provoked that.
Yeah, I'm sure new underwear required for the Williams driver of Stiffy. Thank God for ghosting. That's all
Indeed.
I'm saying. I think we did the practice race earlier in the week on Tuesday. It was set up, but ghosting wasn't put on. So you can imagine how well that went. Had incidents like you just saw, apart from, well, let's just say there was a little bit of more sideways action, we'll say.
We'll leave it at that. And Nick Crosby now will be the first driver to set a lap time in this Q3 session. Up to the line goes the Alfa Romeo, and it's a 129.5.
Yeah, not a bad lap at all there from Crosby. I think it's the fastest he's done all session so far. But soon gets belittled by his teammate, who goes 2 tenths faster.
Then just beginning there. Next flying lap, Revengezilla goes into P2 as Biddle starting their lap now. Getting a bit of a toe there from the Aston Martin, so I don't know whether that was intentional or not. Oh no, well
that wasn't.
It meant it was all in vain. So
yeah. It was all in Juno vein, if you will. Anyway. Oh yeah, so not a great start to Biddle's flying lap. I think he's going to have to pit for fuel, unfortunately, so yeah, won't be going around again as Adrian goes fastest. He's the first man into the 28s, and not just, it is a 28.6.
7 tenths clear of Phenom in P2. That's a brilliant lap from Adrian.
Yeah, surely he'd be tier 1 if he wasn't such a fraud and always binned it in the race. I can say that because it's going to happen as Sneddon navigating some traffic in Sector 3. He now comes towards the line.
Looking good for Sneddon. And it is P2.
Yeah, not bad. He's still 5 tenths off Adrian, which I'm sure you won't be too happy about, given the rivalries from last season. But it's not a bad marker to put down.
Definitely not, and considering Sneddon's first lap, obviously, where he spun just going out of the first sector, and I think he's rather hastily trying to get back to the pit lane to fit another set of tyres. A 29.1, even with that spin, that's still a really strong lap for the McLaren.
Yeah, but at the moment, are we going to see anyone beat that mighty time from Adrian? I know that I want to see it, and let's get a little bit late. Better late than never. We do that a bit tonight. Let's have a quick poll for pole, shall we?
Oh yes, definitely. And actually, while we're doing that, I'll need to go get a drink or whatever if anyone else wants to try and redeem channel points.
Yeah. We're gonna. So, yeah. My key for that is end of Q3. So yeah, Cruiser's gonna be in for it, entertaining you lot. Either that, or I'll give you all an ad break.
I think they prefer the ad break, to be honest. They don't listen to my voice any longer than what they have to.
Well, you say that, but they're going to have to do it once again on the Sunday, of course.
And that is why I suggest the ad break.
Yeah. So, I'm not spelling his name. What we saying? I'm going to go like that and set. I mean, it's a 5 minute, so you know. This poll for the poll for poll is indeed live. I've literally got enough for one more drink, I think, and that's probably a TJ size drink. If anyone listening gets that reference, probably not, because everyone that would get the reference is racing or out. I'm not here tonight. Disgusting. Someone wants to resume. Why no cross-three? Well, because, I mean, that's the fastest cross-three he's gone all evening for sticks. I don't see him knocking a second off to claim the magnificent pole. No offence, cross-three, but... yeah, I don't think it's his battle in quali. Meanwhile, Ibidlex is on his first hot lap then, after, well, rather unceremoniously spinning at the exit of turn 2 on his first attempt, and he's got through the first sector in a 32.6, which I don't know is fast or not personally, but it's definitely a time. Now a couple of these, only two or three real corners here in sector 2, and I am counting this corner here. You've got the tricky, or rather deceptively tricky hairpin, and the 5th gear right left, which is another tricky one. Well, I'm sure we'll catch some drivers out tonight. Anyway, Biddle now coming towards the end of his lap, and he goes P2 with a 128.7, just a 10th behind Adrian. That's a great lap from Biddle.
Definitely a lap that Biddle needed, and that does displace Snedden from the front row as Adrian and Midfield Maestro head out for their final outlap. In the case of Adrian, and Midfield Maestro his only lap in this Q3 session.
Yeah.
I've just looked over at Snedden. He's without a front wing. That might be the quali session over for the McLaren.
Yeah, that's not particularly ideal. Although if you run 0-0 wings, it's pretty OP. I'm not sure that's quite what they meant by that, but nevertheless.
Oh, and Revengezilla out of turn 20 and 21 is also without a front wing, so that is also the session ran for the Aston Martin.
Yeah, currently in P5, which isn't too bad. He might still try. No.
Nah, he's abandoned that idea.
Not enough balls from the man.
And he's took out the limit. He's took out the speed limit sign on the pit lane.
Does that mean that there's no more speed limit?
Well, I mean, do with that what you will. Oh, Snedden's going for a fast lap. Good luck, mate.
Yeah, good luck. We'll keep a little eye. It didn't suffer through turns 1 and 2, but he does on the exit. And round turn 3, I suspect he might go a little bit wide here. I'll tell you what, it'd be very impressive if he did manage to get anything, especially through turn 5 there. He has invalidated though, so it looks like he could very well be in P3. Meanwhile, we've got Stiffy, the next to cross the line then. Not set a representative lap yet. And he goes P3 with 28.8. So let's jump back and look at Tiddlywink as he comes across the line. Doesn't look like a good lap from him at all, only a 132.
And minus a front wing. So it looks like he's been in the wars somewhere. He's got a few drivers left on a lap. Adrian, I think, spun it around sector 1, so they won't improve on their lap time. Obviously, Snedden without a front wing, so it's down to Crossbury and Maestro.
Yeah, and Maestro will be first, interestingly. Snedden choosing not to give a tow to Maestro there. Not that he's obliged to, of course. We did... Snedden hits the wall in the background. Midfield comes across the line.
P4.
Yeah, good lap. Not quite in the 28s, but... as we jump back to Crossbury now, he's nearly 5 tenths up. What can Crossbury do? It's a P4.
And he goes P4.
So displaces midfield Maestro. It's a great lap from Crossbury. The closest to getting a 28 without getting a 28. But there you have it then. The end of Q3.
And now falls the awkward silence where we're waiting for one person to say something.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to keep up with Twitch chat. At least trying to.
Ah, well.
Yeah, so that's the top, well, your top 9 for the race then. In reverse order, we got Tiddlywink in the AlphaTauri. P9, P8 is Revengezilla, who did set a good lap, but it wasn't good enough and he dropped down to 8 towards the end. Phenom then in P7 in the Alfa Romeo. Snedden P6 in the McLaren. P5 was someone else, midfield Maestro. P4 was Crossbury. P3 was... no, it wasn't Tiddlywink.
It was a Williams, that's all I'm going to say.
No, it was the Williams of Stiffmeister.
Yes.
P2 was Ibiddlex. And your pole sitter for tonight is Adrian, H03. We're going to go to a quick ad break so we can both grab a drink. I'm sure many of the drivers are. And if you're subscribed, you obviously won't see this ad break. So thank you very much. But unfortunately, you're just going to be sat there in silence. Sorry. And away we go. And we mute your mic. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right, so somebody has readied up a bit earlier than expected, so the countdown for our race is about to begin. And maybe potentially seen a few differing strategies from our drivers in the field. And just going to pull up the tyre graphic here, and at least I can see there's only one driver that's starting on the hard compound tyres, and that is Shadow down in P11. So Shadow looking to play this very long into the race and hoping that there's a lack of safety cars, but obviously around Jeddah, that's never really a guarantee for the Alpine. So David still getting their drinks, so I'll run you through the grid for tonight's race. In P19, we've got TGM, who sadly didn't get to set a lap time due to crashing it on their outlap. In P18, we've got CTX7X, who was actually disqualified from qualifying due to an incident in the last race in Bahrain. P17 and P16, we've got Lemming and the Ferrari of Valente, who've been disqualified from the formation lap. Not sure what happened between the pair of them. In P15, we've got Silverside Boy and my McLaren teammate, wishing him all the best in this race.
That's the curse if I've ever heard one.
And unfortunately, I have, yes, knowing me. In P14, we've got IFC Pines in the Mercedes. In P13, going very wide out of turn 20 is Junuvane, disappointing qualifying for the Red Bull, hoping to make amends in the race. P12 is Bali or Bali, whatever they want to be known as. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And P11 is Shadows, as I said, starting on the hard compound tyres in the Alpine. In P10, we've got Squid, who sadly crashed out in Q2, so didn't really have a proper run in Q3. In P9, we've got Tiddlewink in the AlphaTauri. P8, Revengezilla in the Aston Martin. P7, we've got Phenom and Snedden, the second of the McLarens, in 6th. Midfield Maestro, who's Mr. Gridbox, starts P5. Crossjury, who's also Mr. Gridbox, starts in 4th. Stiffmeister in P3. And on the front row this evening, we've got the Ferrari of Biddle and the Haas of Adrian HO3.
Fantastic. So let's play the game of find a decent camera angle for the start. We haven't got one. But away they go at the start, and I have no idea what's going on. I still have no idea what's going on.
Biddle mounting a challenge on Adrian into turn 1, and trying around the inside is the Ferrari, but Haas rolls it around the inside of turn 2. The front getting away very well, but Biddle's still challenging Adrian down towards turn 4. To the inside goes the Ferrari, but the Haas maintains their ground, and we've got positions gained further back for Pines and Tiddlewink fighting away, and Bolly, I think, had a bit of a collision going around the first sector, and they have been collected by the Mercedes of Pines.
Yeah, very unlucky. Not a great start from Pines. And yeah, Bally also falling grid. As the other Mercedes is round a Squid. Oh, not again. As he now finds himself in last position. Meanwhile, at the front, we still have Adrian leading from Ibelex in P2. A little bit cheeky run wide on the exit of turn 4 allowed Adrian to maintain his P1. But there's still plenty of race to go. I'm sure the stewards will be looking at that one. Well, they would do in real life anyway. Meanwhile, further back, we've got a few overtakes going on in the third sector. We've got Junu going side by side with Phenom. Phenom gets the inside line and Junu concedes the position. But Junu's coming back to him into turn 1. And is there a cut back on? Around the outside from Phenom. What a move!
Ooh.
They're still side by
Gonna
side.
hold it, they go wheel to wheel towards turn 4. Is Phenom gonna hold it? Yes, he does.
Wide.
Just
Oh,
for...
no!
no! That was never going to work. Phenom and Junuvane coming together, and that is a virtual safety car here in Jeddah.
Yeah, so unfortunate. It was some great racing, but unfortunately there's just not enough room to go side by side through turn 4. And unfortunately Junu found himself on the inside of turn 5 and there was just no room for him. And yeah, he's out of the race. It is only a VSC, which I'm sure won't be ideal news for Squid, who's currently chilling out at the back, casually about 30 seconds behind the rest of the field. So, for a, a moment of reflection.
And we go green, so there's the reflection period over.
Yeah, what I will do is just go through the winners and losers. The losers are always so obvious, but the winners not so easy to spot, as DRS does get enabled as they come into lap 3. I'm not quite sure why my cursor says I'm on Adrian, but I'm watching Squid go through. But yes, DRS is enabled. We've got TJ currently up in P9. He's up 10 places from the start. So
Brilliant start from TJ.
yeah, that shows what you can do if you stay out of trouble. CTX are right behind him, having almost as good a start. He's up 8 positions. So fair play to that man. Also having a good race so far is Silverside Boy and Lemming. And further towards the front, Snedden and and Revengezilla finding himself occupying a couple of positions, but it looks like we've got a spin in Lemming. And there he is.
Lemming in the wall at the exit of turn 11, and also further back. I was spectating Pines and Valenti. A beautiful move to the inside. Went the Mercedes, getting past the Ferrari at the exit of turn 11, and that is Pines on a bit of a fight back. And a move further at the front. Biddle trying to mount a challenge on Adrian, and he has got past Adrian.
Into the last corner.
Biddle into the lead, but we've seen it before with the DRS zones here in Jeddah. Biddle does set the fastest lap, but Adrian going to try and challenge the Ferrari right back into turn 1, but Biddle defending to the inside, and he does maintain the lead for now. And Stiffmeister behind these two is certainly waiting to pounce.
Yep, just 2 tenths behind Adrian in P3 then. Interesting down the start-finish straight. Obviously you saw Biddle hammering down his ERS to try and keep the position. Adrian sat just behind. Wasn't too worried, he just had his DRS open. If the move happens, it happened, but it didn't, so he slots back in P2 and still plenty of ERS.
Oh, here we go, contact further back. I think Shadows is in the wall.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Shadows in the Alpine.
And Bolly further in front, doing exactly what Pines did to Valenti. So the Ferrari definitely struggling in the exit of turn 11. And Shadows is round once more at the back. Oh dear.
Not a good day for the man on the hard tyres. Of course, the only driver to start on the hards. Yeah, it's not gone too well, as Phenom now catching up to the back. I'm sure he'll overtake as he does. I think Shadow might still be nursing those tyres. We'll stick with them to try and see if there's an overtake in this last sector on. Silverside Boy making his way up the field. He's got past a few drivers, so he's got past TJ, he's got past CTX, he's now into P9. Also, that makes me notice that CTX has got past TJ. Ooh, TJ clipping the inside wall there in turn 5. Almost in solidarity with Junu Vane, as Adrian's dropped back to behind Stiffy. Oh, Biddle's round!
Biddle's round at the exit of turn 11!
Oh no!
Turn 11 around Jeddah is something that the Ferraris do not like, and now Biddle, who was leading this race, is fell right back to the clutches of CTX.
Yeah, not ideal there. Oh, CTX is out!
Oh, someone else is round further back to CTX! Oh dear. And that is a safety car.
Full course safety car. I couldn't quite see it. Is it on the inside of the left-hander?
I think it is. I think it is to the inside wall. So CTX, I think just got a bit of oversteer or a bit of wheel spin out of turn 15, and that lit up the rear tyres, and that sent the AlphaTauri into the wall. His car's gone now, so I can't see where the car originally was. And Adrian is taking the opportunity to pit under safety car, as well as Tiddlewink, Silverside Boy. Everyone from P6 down is in the pits, and Valenti with 5 seconds as well for speeding.
After such a fantastic season last year in Tier 3, it looks like he's not having a great time adapting to these new cars in this new tier.
Having a look here at the tyre graphic, is Phenom and Biddle, are they going to get ahead? I think Phenom has just jumped Biddle in the pit stop. Nope, Biddle has got ahead just about of the Alfa Romeo, but looking at the tyre graphic here, Biddle on the soft compound tyres, as well as Bally, or Bolly, I'm just going to say Bolly, whatever, Bolly and Biddle on the soft tyre, everyone else is pitted for hards.
Yeah, that's an interesting call. The hards will definitely go to the end from here. I guess they're gambling on another safety car, maybe. But the problem is, you might as well just not. You might as well just put the hards on, and if there's another safety car, you react accordingly. But yeah, the both of them putting on the soft tyres. We'll see how many laps it takes them. Meanwhile, the back three putting, well, the Shadows and Squid both putting on.
And looking as well, Biddle and TJ exchanging places behind the safety car, but I think that has been resolved.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it was just maybe a mistake from TJ. But yeah, Biddle does indeed let him back through. So we're just waiting for the last two to catch up to the back as Biddle's in.
Maestro in the pits and Biddle in the pits once more.
Is he going back onto the mediums?
No, he's going on to a set of hard tyres. So Biddle taking the hit off of the softs, and now he's going to run to the end, I think, on these hards, or at least try to.
Yeah, I think there was a bad strategy call from the Ferrari team. Where have we seen that before?
I couldn't tell you. Well, to be honest, I could. Oh dear, Biddle.
Yep. Though the warm-up of these hard tyres is horrendous here, especially if you turn your tyre pressures down, as you should, to make sure you're not going through Sector 1 with 100-degree tyres. Oh dear, yeah. So I mean. I'm gonna full on blame the Ferrari pit crew, the Ferrari strategists. They've got
it's easy done.
So it seems like maybe Bull Lake selected the softs on purpose then, quite possibly. Maybe he is the one counting on a safety car.
Definitely definitely an interesting strategy call for Bolly, but like we keep bringing up, these soft compound tyres do wear off extremely quickly. And around a track like Jeddah, where tyre wear is high, I don't see these tyres making it at least 5 laps before he has to come in the pits again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, IFC Pines redeeming a drink for both of us. Thank you, sir. Of course,
Yeah,
now
right, I shall do that.
I'm nice and topped up now.
There we go. I've had
Yeah.
my drink. You're welcome. And just waiting now for Stiffmeister to put the foot down, and we get our race underway once more. And Belente's out. Something's happened
Oh,
further
no.
back. Yep, blame Ferrari and Belente. It's all went wrong for Ferrari in this race.
Yeah, absolutely. As we saw Crossgrid going a little bit wide there at turn 2.
And I think Adrian was in the wars as well.
Oh no, Adrian! And he's down to second from last. And in front of him is Ibid Lex. So, as you were,
Spun round as well at round turn 10. Oh dear. Careful, everyone.
Oh, Jesus!
No.
What happened to ghosting? What is this game? Oh,
I think when Tiddlywink spun round, the drivers behind him had to be more aware, but those behind them just weren't aware to it because it's such a blind corner. And as a result of it, I think we've got five or so drivers without a front wing.
yeah. You don't need to tell me. I ploughed straight into someone who had spun at that corner. I think the Scotsman had a spin. Someone got caught behind him. I flew into the back of that person, and Tada smashed the back of me and DNF'd. But yeah,
Don't we love Jeddah?
yeah, it's a really great circuit. So that is once again Adrian going to have to pit. You see Squid also having to pit. Biddle is also missing an end plate. I noticed earlier on in the lap. Bally is missing his front wing. Biddle is carrying on. You see there, he's missing his front left end plate. So
Yeah, he is missing his end plate.
I suspect he's gonna. Is he gonna gamble and try and go to the end of the race with that damage? That is a bold move. We're seeing some switching towards the back.
Yes. Shadows and Phenom pitting for soft compound tyres. Adrian is going to go back out on a set of mediums. And oh dear! What on earth has happened to Adrian?
Adrian doing Adrian things.
Coming out of the pit, I think Adrian might have had a few connection issues here.
I think he's had a wheel issue.
Oh dear, Adrian.
Oh, that is not ideal. Yeah, you could pinpoint the second where he managed to get himself going again.
Just looking as well further at the front, Revengezilla and Cross today, they're having a bit of a tussle here.
Yeah, Revengezilla has got past down the start-finish straight before DRS gets enabled. Pines with the fastest lap of the race on those hard compound tyres. Currently running in P6 is a good effort from Pines. TJ in P5, and it's all of a sudden looking very promising for the Aston Martin team. Ooh, has TJ got front wing damage? It looks very understeery through that first sector. It looks okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got any damage unless it's really minor. But on those hard compound tyres, I think it should just be potentially just tyre warm-up.
It wouldn't surprise me to hear that the understeer is real. Yeah, but whatever's causing it, TJ not having a great time of it right now. As he sees the two cars in front still going at it. Crossgreaves having a look up Zilla's inside. Pulls out of it
that
and
was
Zilla
close.
commits to the corner. It's a good decision from Crossgrave to pull out. But he does have the DRS here. Oh, he's hit the wall and he's hit the back of Zilla.
Silverside boy, 3 seconds.
Oh, Zilla. Gary.
Oh well.
Right, so Revenge are getting a better drive on the outside. Nope. Oh,
And
Crossgreaves
Frosty into the pits.
Yeah, obviously damage was done when he made contact with the wall then. And yeah, he's going to pit onto the hard tyres, I would imagine. But there's not a front wing change. So,
yeah, Adrian very slowly around sector 1. I think he's just keeping out of the way of everyone. And wait, is that Tiddlewink without a front wing? I think Tiddlewink has lost his front wing somewhere.
He's still doing the first sector better than me.
I can't really comment on that because yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tiddlewink without the front wing.
Yeah, that is, well, heaven knows how that happened, but now he's got Silverside Boy right behind him.
So speaking of the McLarens, Snedden is mounting a challenge on Stiffmeister.
Yeah, he's got the DRS coming down this back straight. He might not have enough speed to get past him here, but I'm sure it won't bother him too much. He'll have the DRS again right away on the start finish. Not using ERS, and I think neither is Stiffy. So Stiffy's obviously got a very good, running very low wings compared to Snedden. As the yellow flags are out in sector 1, it looks like Ashdown is having a problem.
Yeah, Shadows, it's not been a good race for the Alpine.
As we see Adrian speed his way into the pits.
Yeah, Adrian out of the race, and Biddle back onto a set of soft tyres.
Yeah, well, don't know what he's going to do from here. He's still in P9, which fair play to the lad. He's still going to have to get some heat into these soft tyres. They are one lap old, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Biddle can do anything. He'll be passing the cars in front. But the gap currently 11.7 seconds, and quite frankly I don't see him catching that up before the tyre wear kicks in for these soft tyres. So towards the front we've still got Stiffy leading from Snedden in P2. Snedden's getting closer now into the last corner. Doesn't make the move, opts to the wider line around the last corner in attempt to get a straighter exit. Snedden coming...
And he dives into the pits.
Wow, there you go.
Well,
it's interesting considering it looked like he had the move there on Stiffy. So surely...
Oh wait, it's a front wing change for Snedden. Snedden I think hit the wall somewhere and he's getting a front wing change.
So not for the first time then. We see a driver making an overtake and then immediately getting a front wing change. Speaking of front wing changes, this man right here has got front right end plate damage, and that is Silverside Boy. So we see a few sparks, presumably from coming off turn 5, presumably from the contact with Ginny all those laps ago. I suspect that's the case anyway, because this game is perfect and has no bugs. As the yellows are out in sector 3.
I think that might be for Lemming.
Yeah, Lemming, another driver, not having a particularly great day. Speaking of drivers not having a particularly great day, in comes Phenom for a new front wing. It's a contrast between the fortunes of the Alfa Romeo drivers this week. Crossgree doing pretty well up in P6 at the moment. He's on hard tyres that will go to the end. Phenom pitting down in P13 onto the softs, and they will most likely not go to the end. Stiffy into the pits.
Also, in relation to Snedden's pit stop, he did come out just behind Crossbury, but will have the advantage of the DRS, and I think he's looking for that overtake into turn 1, and Crossbury is not really defending hard against the McLaren, and Snedden is up into P6 as Stiffmeister has emerged from the pits behind Snedden's teammate, and Silverside Boy now up into P4.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I was expecting it to be closer than that with the front wing change that Snedden had to do. But perhaps Silverside Boy now can do a big favour for his teammate and hold up Stiffy a little bit. The gap at the moment, 4.1 seconds. Stiffy just got to warm up those tyres a little bit. I'm sure that might allow Silverside Boy to get a little bit of time, but he does of course have that front wing damage. Meanwhile, at the moment, it's a 2-3 for the Aston Martin guys. Of course, Zilla in P2 does have to pit as the yellows are out in sector 1.
Yeah, Tiddlewink had a spin going around turn 9.
Honestly, I lose count of corner numbers at this track.
And we've had yellow flags elsewhere. Has Biddle been in the wall? I'm not too sure, but he's dropped back by around 5 seconds to Crossbury. And he's now right. Biddle very Biddle very wide, and he's out.
Oh no. And there you go, full safety car. Out once again. So both Ferraris out.
I call shenanigans. I think that was very Fisichella-esque there from Biddle. But in relation to that safety car, is there anyone that's going to come into the pits?
Well,
I'm not sure. Squid is going to come into the pits and get off of those hard compound tyres. But when the safety car came out,
yeah, didn't look like
looking here,
Zilla could have pitted, but he is of course
to
the
the
obvious
wing.
candidate. So Revenge.
Looking as well. Oh, sorry, we keep talking over each other.
Yeah, always happens. Yeah, I'm just looking towards the front. Well, yeah, it looks like Revenge Zilla is going to benefit massively from this.
Funnily enough, that was the point I was going to bring up. Revenge Zilla up in P2 is definitely going to take advantage of this safety car and potentially emerge, dare I say, ahead of Snedden or Crossbury.
Yeah.
Looking to Pines is in the pits as well. So that's an interesting call. And TGM has to stay out.
Yeah, I don't think for a second that... Okay, softs will be quick on the restart, but I don't think they'll go the whole hog as Zilla opts not to put them on. He's gone onto the hard tyres. Yeah, Pines
and he's out ahead of Pines. And now Revenge Zilla out of the pits is going to be behind Snedden, but he is going to be ahead of Crossbury.
Yeah, well that is definitely very suspicious luck there for Revenge Zilla and TJ.
Wait, hold on. Am I the only one seeing this? TJM has gone past the safety car and the safety car's picked up Stiffmeister.
Fantastic. I think TJ's a little bit confused as to what to do. Of course, TJ being the head steward, I think I know what he's going to do. I think he's going to pretend he's the safety car. Which, to be fair, is probably the fairest thing he can do. Although he does need to make sure the safety car doesn't plough into him.
Yeah, that's always a danger. No, it's not worked, has it? Ooh.
I'll tell you what, he's a very lucky boy that didn't just smash him and disqualify him.
Yeah, very, very lucky. And Tiddlewink for the multiple amounts of time. 4 stops Tiddlewink has made in this race. Looking at the pit stop graphic as well, Squid in P8 has made 4 pit stops. Phenom and Tiddlewink, as I said, 4 pit stops, and Lemmings made 5.
Yeah, no,
that just shows you the dangers.
That is Lemmings' supreme tactic, optimal 5-stop strategy. Calling it now.
Well, I think I have to make it 6. He's just spun.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he's doing donuts for fun.
6 of the best for Lemming. Right, here we go. Last to first with 10 laps to go. Come on, the Red Bull.
He hasn't got a Mercedes to brake check, so.
Oh, and Silverside Boy in the pits.
Yeah, once again in the pits then. Silverside Boy.
And that is for a set of soft compound tyres.
It's a bold move. He did have the gap before midfield Maestro. Will midfield get the move? He does.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's going to be ahead of midfield. He's going to be ahead of Silverside Boy at the end of the pit lane. So the McLaren down in P9 and a lot of work to do. And he's got to hope those soft compound tyres last. Oh, and I'm looking at a Twitch chat just there. Diamond has redeemed a cold Tom's drink, but not a main Tom's drink. So
up the Diamond.
Yeah, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get into my head for the Tier 3 championship. Fair enough.
Absolutely, I'm sure that's what's going on. One thing we haven't done this season yet, at least I don't think, I can't remember doing it last week, is our tradition. I'm sure you know what it is, Cruiser.
Indeed I do, yes, of course.
So, this reminder that FPRL League Racing is sponsored by David's Bevy of the Week. And I think it's an important message to you all who have been making us both drink to know what our drink of choice is. So, as Espenio does redeem one for me.
Thank you, Espenio.
Yeah, so, my bevy of the week. Well, I had a Copperberg for qualifying. Nice strawberry and lime. But now I'm on JD Honey and Pepsi Max Cherry.
Oh, safety car in this lap.
Yeah.
That's a very late call.
Yeah, you're going to have to go through very quickly. Poor old Tiddlywink's not going to catch up.
Oh dear.
Oh,
we got contact further back. Sned and Stiffmeister.
Oh no! We'll get. Oh,
and
yeah.
TJ
Snedden picks up a 5
got
second.
a massive lead. No, so if any consolation, my bevy of the week is a Pepsi Max as well. But TJM, and backing up the field, Snedden runs into the back of Stiffmeister, and that has put the pack all over the McLaren, and TJM has absolutely bolted it at the front. A gap now 2 seconds already.
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on these soft runners, who are, of course, much faster than the hard runners at this point. But
and no comment. Silverside Boy is round at turn 8 on the softs. And speaking of the softs, Pines already up into P4.
Yeah, we just saw a good move there on cross vehicles. Not much he can do on the hard tyres, other than stay with him for the moment and hope that those softs do die off. I was going to praise the start from the soft runners.
Oh, Bally! Oh, no!
Oh, no, Bally's in the Wally.
Oh, dear, I shouldn't laugh. I do apologise. But I was on board with Bally while he was fighting with Phenom up towards turn 15, and I think he just got on the curb, lit up the rears, and for some reason his AI car is still trying to reverse.
Good old Valley.
Hey, I respect the commitment to try and get back to the pits, but your race is ran, and as I say that, TGM very slow out of the final corner, as that is another safety car, and Snedden diving into the pits. I think that's to try and get rid of that 5 seconds he got
Yeah.
for that contact with Stiffmeister.
Yep, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised to see him put on a set of softs as well. Looks like...
And Pines on another set of softs.
Yeah, of course he did have plenty after a poor qualifying. But the issue is the front 6 have not pitted. That is a lot of cars for the soft runners to overtake.
Definitely, and looking at Stiffmeister, I would say Stiffmeister, I think he might be coming into the pits to get a set of softs on. Yeah, he's going in the pits. But looking as well, Silverside Boy and Tiddlewink at the back of the queue, on the at the front of the queue for those on softs. So they've got a bit of work to do themselves. But Pines and Snedden are on the fresher set, so you don't really know, or at least I don't know for that matter, who's got the better advantage here.
Yeah, I think going off earlier in the week, I suspect if they are not completely fresh softs, they'll be about 11% worn from doing a lap in quali, and of course Silversoil and Tiddlywink doing an extra 2 laps, so I suspect Pine, Snedden and Stiffy will be working with around 10-11%, where Silverside Boy, Tiddlywink possibly 25, maybe up to 30% wear, so we'll see how that plays out. Apparently, okay, Lemming's getting his excuses in. Apparently his rear wing was effed. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why I censored that. Actually, I do know because I'm a consummate professional. Don't ever say
You've got to try. You've got to try and please the sponsors, David. So that's why we've got to keep the censorship down. So
absolutely,
we'll go with that.
Yeah. So I think we're just waiting on Stiffy to catch up to the back of the pack. I'm sure he won't be in any huge rush, not wanting to put any extra wear on those tyres. Though having said that, he is using ERS down the start finish.
Lemming saying in the Twitch chat as well that they did their best. Well, you did your best at trying to be Colin McRae, but hey, well, at least you stayed in the race as long as you did. So I'll give you praise for that.
Yeah, of course, probably one of the hardest tracks on the calendar, in my personal opinion, anyway. Hard to keep it out of the walls, stop yourself from spinning. Yeah, all-round awful track.
Definitely will not argue in terms of you saying about the difficulty of Jeddah, and it showed we've got 8 DNFs in this race.
Yep, and that's of course going all the way back to around, was it lap 2, lap 3?
I think it was the opening lap or lap 2 where Junuvane retired from the race.
Going side by side with Phenom, it was.
If I remember correctly, yes. And if Stiffmeister does catch the back of the queue, the safety car will be in this lap. We've got 5 laps to the end of the race. And also, I'm not going to say anything, but just look at the order of the field, and then you'll know what I'm going to say.
As the safety car is in this lap, the order of the field, well, other than the fact it's an Aston Martin 1-2.
Right, David, it's on you. It's on you if anything happens. And TGM leads them away. 5 laps to go here in Jeddah, and it is an Aston Martin 1-2. Crosstery in third, Squid in P4 under pressure from midfield Maestro. Phenom trying to mount a challenge on midfield Maestro, having to defend as well from Silverside Boy, and movement up the front. Squid and Crosstery getting a bit close for comfort, and Squid has got past the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, it looks like Croskery got very deep into turn 1, and unfortunately in coming back on the track he's picked up a 3-second penalty. He's lost it into 1. Oh, lost it in sector 1, and that's Croskery round. Stippy is out as well, and he's collected points.
Squid spun it as well. Oh dear.
That's not been a great restart for a few of the guys. As the yellows are still local. Silverside Boy then up into P5, got very close to the wall on the inside of turn 11 there. It looked like his tyres were struggling just a little bit. That might have just been a little bit of net code, but Snedden then in P6 has 0 front wing.
Yeah, well, I just saw that on the tracker, but looks like there's no team orders here at Aston Martin. Revengezilla mounting the challenge on TGM to the outside of the final corner, but no DRS to help Revengezilla. But that doesn't matter. Right around the outside goes Revengezilla, and they take the lead from their teammate and move it, and got positions further back between midfield Maestro and Phenom. Maestro having to defend from the the Alfa Romeo, but Revengezilla takes the lead from their teammate.
Yeah, it did help. It looked like TJ broke a little bit early, so maybe a hint of team orders. Although maybe TJ's doing his teammate a solid. I suspect that will be the case.
We're having a look.
Questions will be asked about the earlier safety car, I'm sure, when Biddle crashed out.
Like I told you,
personally,
Sissy
I
Killer.
know that the 2 of the people in the party with him right now are currently P1 and 2.
What were the chances?
Yeah. Anyway, so 3.5 laps to go. We've got midfield Maestro. Fending off from Phenom. It's been a great recovery from him, but Silverside Boy is right on the back of Phenom in turn. So we've got the hards to the mediums to the softs in this little battle, and we should see some action, will we, into the final corner. Gary's got so much speed, and he's just pushing the Alfa Romeo through these corners. And of course no DRS quite yet to help them through, but it's not going to stop Phenom from trying. He goes up the inside into turn 1 and gets the move done. Great move there from Phenom. He does have a 3-second penalty. Let's just take a look at the penalty situation. Then midfield only needs to stay within 3 seconds, and he will effectively retake that P3. Silverside Boy also right behind with a 3-second penalty. 3.5 seconds back from him, it's Squid who's on the mediums. He doesn't have a 3 seconds, so at the moment he's creeping in towards the McLaren of Silverside Boy, and Silverside Boy is going to need to get a move on, or he's going to lose the position to Squid.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be Silverside Boy's chance, though, with the DRS down the back straight. And midfield Maestro, though he does have DRS, Silverside Boy displacing a lot of his battery, and he just swoops around the outside of midfield Maestro, and now he's got his sights set on Phenom as we got a yellow flag in sector 1. I think that's Crosser. He's had a bit of a spin, but Silverside Boy looking to the outside of Phenom towards the final corner, and I think he's just about going to hold it around the outside, but Phenom will get the DRS down the main straight. Excuse me, down the main straight. Silverside Boy not giving up though on P3, but the DRS pull is just too strong. So Silverside Boy is up into P4.
Yeah, also very low on battery. He's going to have to pull something out in order to get past Phenom and break the 3 seconds. Midfield Maestro at the moment still right behind Snedden in P8 sets the fastest lap of the race so far. It's a 1:30 dead. Oh, Gary's got another 3
Oh
seconds.
no!
Oh, Gary.
That's not on me. And I
Oh,
think
Gary.
that Squid now can just take a bit of a breather now. He is now within Silverside Boy's penalty window. But Phenom, he's still under threat from the Mercedes.
Yeah, Phenom really needs to get those medium tyres going, and he doesn't need to be fighting with Silverside Boy, as Silverside Boy does in fact get past with the DRS. And I'm sure this will benefit Phenom no end, as I think he'll look to allow Silverside Boy to pull him through the rest of the race, including the final lap, which we're just coming onto now. TJ's done very well to keep with Revenge Zilla. He's still within the 1 second window then, as you see Silverside Boy and Phenom going side by side in the background, and they're side by side. This is helping neither of them, as Midfield Maestro is still right there. Silverside Boy on the outside. Nope, Phenom cuts him off and gets the move done, but it's not helping him to get that 3rd position.
Yeah, looking at the gap now between Squid and Phenom, it's just under 2 seconds. So as of right now, Phenom and Silverside Boy have been the doers of their own downfall, and they're both going to lose out here to Maestro and Squid, who's now caught right up to the back of the Alpine.
Yeah, could Squid even get a podium then, as he looks at the back of Midfield Maestro. Neither of these drivers have penalties, which is a fantastic achievement, in my opinion, around this track. So, Squid, will he catch up to the back? It looks like Zilla managed to break the toe from TJ. Oh, Pines is out. Tricks and Frauds out. Oh no.
Oh no, and what is this? Revenge Zilla giving up the victory to TGM. What?
What? Where's
What on earth?
TJ's just been disqualified?
Wait, what? And also Crosstery's DNF. What on earth has just happened?
I don't know. I think we'll see Zilla go past his car. Yep, there he is. Crosstery in the wall.
Crosstery in the wall. Well,
that was an interesting finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely an interesting finish. I'm not sure what happened there for TJ to get disqualified.
I'm sure you might be able to look in the race director. I myself am too scared to go to the race director in case it freezes my game. Oh dear, I've got a black screen.
Oh, lovely.
Just
looking at the chat, I think Tiddlewink might know the problem. He's saying that there's a disqualification glitch in the game, so that could be why.
So what you're saying is TJ doesn't get the win. Got it.
At least not right now, no.
Well, that is going to do absolute horrific things for his timing chart.
Yeah.
I know he does the graphics. The only reason why I think, obviously he's been disqualified through a glitch, but I want to know what the game thinks he's done worth disqualification.
The only thing I can think of is he didn't run both sets of tyres.
Yeah, but he obviously did. It's like the F2 rule. doesn't apply to F2, but it does incorrectly apply to F1. Then.
Whatever
Well,
that means.
We didn't
Oh,
even
and
get.
oh well, there we go.
I do apologise to TJ in advance for not having any screenshots.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well,
Who came where? So
I think
Zilla obviously won because TJ got disqualified. P2 what? Oh, I don't know. I assume midfield.
P2.
Maestro
I think Maestro did get P2, but I'll need to have a look at the clip to find out.
Yeah. So
But
just for confirmation, Silverside Boy says in the race director it says tyre compounds not used. Midfield celebrating his somewhat dubious P2.
Yeah, we'll need to. I think we might need to consult the VAR for that one, but I'm not sure.
Of which VAR though? The stupid football one, or are we going to use? Were you going to use the actual decent tennis one, or the Hawkeye from? No, it's Hawkeye in tennis, VAR in cricket. It does the same thing. Anyway,
Potato, potato.
Yeah,
Indeed, yes.
Bloody useless in football.
Yes. Just having a look at the time graphic, at the clip. It says Revenge Zilla did win the race. Midfield Maestro finished P2, and Squid did end up in P3.
Yeah, but surely we're not gonna. Surely we're not gonna actually. Not invite TJ. I mean, no offense to Squid. By the way,
I'm not.
Thank you, Tiddlywink, for the drink. Hey, that
Oh,
rhymes.
yeah, oh, well, there we go. Hey.
Ugh. Are we getting people in the party?
I think so, but I'm not sure what we do.
Oh.
I don't know if we invite TJ, we invite Zilla, and we invite.
I think we have to use a little bit of common sense here.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't know what that was, but we'll do it. We'll do it anyway. We'll get our supposed podium sitters in the party, which will be TJM, Midfield Maestro, and Revenge Zilla.
No, Revenge Zilla's offline, so I can't find him.
I'm not sure. No.
You're appearing offline. Oh dear. We got Maestro.
Lovely.
Zilla, the party's open. Oh, I'm not online either. So I was going to say just.
Well,
join
I
the
am.
party.
So
Join Cruiser's party. Okay.
honestly, I don't know what to expect. I don't know
There he
what
is.
that was at the end of that race. There we go.
Yeah. Should we start with a DSQ, man? Nah. I must have been so unlucky to be DSQ'd on the line, but yeah, unfortunately, you forget to use both compounds. That's what happens.
No, I'm not having that one.
Oh dear. Well, I think we can start with midfield then. Cruiser, do you wanna take it away?
Yeah, sure. So, Maestro, just want to make sure you've got your audio included, unlike some people.
Nope. There's no option to include it, yeah.
Yeah, just want to make sure you didn't do the same thing I did around Bahrain. But, certainly a chaotic race. Talk us through whatever you can from your point of view.
Don't even know what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I mean, quali was okay. Pulled it out of the bag in Q3. Somehow I've done a 29.1, and that's probably the best time I've done all day, or for the last couple. Yeah, I was just trying to basically stay with the front runners for the first stint. I made the mistake not pitting under the safety car before it came, as it came out, so I pitted on the first lap under safety car. Ended up at the back, then on the restart got caught up in a chaotic sector 1 where there was cars everywhere and bits of carbon fibre and wings everywhere, and it took my wing off somehow, and yeah, so I had to go back onto my old mediums, which I'd just taken off, and get a new wing, and just cruise around hoping for a safety car really, and luckily got one, and just tried to make it to the end on the hards and tried to not get a penalty, because I think I was on 2 warnings for the last 10 laps or so. Yeah, I don't even know how I ended up on the podium, to be honest with you. I was nowhere near it. I was nowhere near the pace today, so a bit lucky. I think I had a little incident with Silverside Boy. Might need to get looked at, but yeah, just kind of just conned my way to a podium today somehow. Didn't expect it.
Certainly, it just shows you if you do keep your nose clean, you will reap the rewards, and that is exactly what happened to you, Maestro. Any further comment, or is that really it, or it hasn't quite sunk in yet that you've got your podium?
That's really it. I was just trying to stay out of trouble, like you said. Congrats to Zilla on the win. But yeah, no. I reckon the order might change around after a few good reports. So I'm not.
Of course, that will be down. That will be down to the stewards. But
yeah.
Maestro, whatever happens, I think you will still be on the podium, and a respectable performance. From you tonight, and yeah,
Thank you.
A big well done.
So thanks.
Well, yeah, thanks for that, Cruiser, and congratulations, Maestro. A little bit underwhelmed, I think, but yeah, great race nonetheless. So on to I say P2, the P2 man. I'm gonna be it's P2 Fort Revengula. I mean, obviously it wasn't the most straightforward of races today. Plenty of safety cars, plenty of wheel-to-wheel action. What was your initial plan for those mediums then, so you went quite long on them?
Yeah, I was going to try and stretch them to lap 18, 19 if I could, and do soft at the end, because I think if I was to go hards like everyone else, I don't think I'd have had a chance. So I had to try and do something different.
Yeah, a bold move. It would have definitely been a bold move. It didn't quite come to that in the end, as the safety car seemed to come out at a perfect moment for you and your teammate, with iBiddleX unfortunately crashing out somewhere in the 3rd sector. I think the start of the 3rd sector. But obviously, luck of the gods. I'm going to ask you about the... so obviously we saw you overtake your teammate, TJ, early on after the last safety car. He kept with you very well. I'm going to assume you guys were in a party together. Was that always L plan, to switch back towards the end of the race?
I don't think so. Originally, I mean, my tyres were a lot fresher, so I had the pace. So TJ was nice enough to let me through. And it was just a case of we wanted to stick in each other's DRS so that we weren't a threat from the cars behind, because I know TJ's tyres were very old. And I think, without that DRS, he could have been in trouble from the guys behind. So we just sort of working together. And then I just felt like I was going to do my charity work and dish the win over at the end. So no one can say I'm not charitable. I've won races before, and TJ's he got kind of robbed of his first win at the end of last season. So I thought, he's had a cracking race to go from crashing out on his outlap in Q1 to being with a shout at the win. So yeah, I think he deserved it.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, yeah, so the epitome of teamwork between the both of you. I don't think we expected anything less from you both. But so we go on to next week now. So next week is Australia. Australia, of course, newly profiled for this game. what are your thoughts on the new layout of Australia? And most importantly, have you managed to get that last corner down yet?
Absolutely not. I thought, to be fair, I thought this track was going to be a nightmare, but somehow managed to go throughout quali and the race spin free. So we'll see how it goes next week, but I'm not so confident.
Yeah, of course, full traction control does help with that. I'm joking.
Boo.
How dare you put them
I am
accusations...
forever medium traction control.
How dare you put them accusations on my name?
Anyway,
Tidgham on the other hand, that's definitely fucking full traction.
Oh, I offer no comment on that because I ran it too. So anyway, yeah, congratulations, Zilla, on your P2.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
And I'll hand over to Cruiser to interview tonight's race winner.
Thank you, David, and obviously well done, Zilla, on... Honestly, I don't even know what to say regarding the finishing order, but from what we know, TGM from the bottom to the top, and is our winner for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So TGM, first off, massive well done and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I couldn't stomach about my teammates, to be honest, so a massive shout out to Revengezilla as well.
Of course, massive constructor points for the Aston Martin team, and that will help their cause in obviously the Constructor Championship. And yeah, your first, I believe this is your first victory in FPRL.
It is, yeah, it's very long overdue. By the way, I got my first official podium last season. That took a little while, but to get a race win so really into season 4, it's fantastic.
It's nothing really more to say regarding the result, but throughout the race and the continuous safety cars, if I were to say it definitely played tricks on you and you had to keep your head, I think that would be an understatement.
Yeah, so I think I've had a nasty glitch in the game, to be honest. So it wasn't a straightforward race for myself. I ran manual gears with the suggestion on the corners, and it was time to shift down to gear 2 all race. So this is my first proper race where I've had to really listen to the engine and get used to what gear I've been going in and out the corners. And yeah, as you said, the safety cars, with me passing the safety car first time round, which wasn't helpful. And then I dropped back into position, luckily didn't penalise me, etc. But yeah, it put a lot of pressure on my shoulders for definite, especially when the Badal unfortunately crashed out and the safety car came out there because I had a comfortable, I think it was about a 12-second gap behind me, which was comfortable, and I was scared that once the safety car come back in, I'd be overtaken, but the instance behind me helped me out on that one. And
I think maybe one final question is, how much are you going to pay Pal Revengezilla for letting you take that victory?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm eternally grateful to be back.
You can get me 3 small plates next time we're in spoons.
Big up the small plates. But yeah, no, I'm eternally grateful to Revengezilla. You know, you didn't have to return the favour to me after you overtook me. I kept his DRS, which was grateful as well. So yeah, a massive shout out to Revengezilla for giving me my first win.
And I think
you can let me off next time I crash on purpose in quali. Thank you.
This is a reminder from headcoms: do not do that. Definitely
yes,
do not
sir.
do that. Why have I put the Ferrari up? For God's sake. That's the mine. There you go. Yeah, I didn't have it up before now, but it is up now. So there's your race-winning car, ladies and gents. Yeah, so that's the end of a eventful race. Congratulations once again to all the podium sitters. Commiserations. Well, to be fair, a big shout out to Squid. Didn't quite make it onto the podium, but he was damn well near close. So yeah, a little bit unlucky there. I think what's left is we go to our very capable co-commentator for Driver of the Day. So, Cruiser, 1878. What we saying?
It's got to go Biddle in it, surely.
Single-handedly decided.
Zilla's words, not mine. I think there's only one answer really. I think, as I said, from the bottom to the top, from last to first, it's got to be TJM for driver of the day.
Yeah, boy.
Well, there you go.
I was expecting him to get frauded out of it. He normally gets frauded out of driver.
That's very true, yeah. I'm expecting it's going to be Ben Zilla for helping his teammate get the win.
Oh yeah! Oh, I should have said that.
No. I'll take it, thank you very much.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for this Friday evening. And we'll, of course, be back once again with main league action next week, starting from Wednesday. But this weekend is the start of our F2 season, and I don't know where we are, to be honest. Is it Abu Dhabi?
We are taking on Abu Dhabi, yes.
Yeah. So join my lovely co-coms Cruiser, who will be main comms on that evening.
Apologies, everyone.
I'm sure he'll do a grand job, as he did all of last season in F2. So be sure to check that out. But that is it for this Friday night. Thank you everyone for listening, tuning in, whatever, staying for the interviews. I've been David Lowface, joined by my co-coms.
Thank you everyone for watching a pretty chaotic race at Jeddah, and as David said, thank you for tuning in. And this has been Cruiser 1878, and thank you for watching.
And good night.